Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes. This is a counterpart video to the ultimate relationship. I want love. Well, that's the end game. That's the high end players. You're an A player. You're a professional. You're ready to be on the field, taking part, doing your part, and being that number one player. Here's the thing there's some pitfalls to all that stuff. So that's why I shot the video about emotional intelligence. So, how can you be a great lover and talking to someone else if you're always in your head thinking, living in your world? Oh, he was complaining about this. Blah, 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 blah. Like, sometimes you have to be on the other side of the plate with your partner. So, that's where emotional intelligence comes in. Learn how to manage your emotions and also be aware of yourself. Can you take constructive criticism? Constructive, not destructive. Like a lot of times we have communications, you did this and you did that. Like go with like, I feel sometimes when you come in, I just want to be with you, I want to be loving. I just feel like you're ignoring me sometimes and I just feel left alone. Okay. That allows someone to step into the conversation versus you did this and you did that. Da, da, da. Like I mean, that's you have to put walls up. It's natural. So our crocodile brain put up defenses like, yo, slow down, cowgirl or cowboy. So that's part of it. Can you talk? Like you want to play football, like can you block? Can you tackle? Do you know the rules of the game? So there's some rules of the game in relationships. There's fighting fair. Like, you can't get into name calling and destroying your partner and trying to get into their heart and pull their heartstrings out and emotional. Like, this all childishness. Like that's like a couple kids trying to go at it. So emotional intelligence, like this doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's like, I want a loving relationship. Why don't I have it? What can I do? I do. Not your partner do. I do. Because you can't control your partner. You can only take care of yourself. You're responsible for yourself. So, like, okay, sometimes I am, selfish and I don't listen. Okay, so then what you do is I need to improve my listening skills. Am my emotions under control? Am I always angry and upset? Why am I angry and upset all the time? If you're not in a good relationship with yourself, how can you be in a good relationship with someone else? You can only play in the relationship game as good as you are emotionally. If you're really struggling right now emotionally, sometimes you need to go get some counseling or some help or something. Or I recommend the Wim Hof method of breathing. I call it taking out the garbage, man. You do this special breathing method and your brain gets clear. And if you're upset and you have guilt, shame, fear, and all these other, and depression and sadness, man, that method works pretty damn fast at clean up the emotional baggage in your head. That's clean. Then we need to go into programming your nervous system and your brain to think more clearly about relationships. Maybe my beliefs about relationships really suck. I don't know what it means to be a loving person. Every time I try to do it, it doesn't work out for me. So, you got to look at those things. So there's good parts of, everybody wants the high end, A game, loving relationship, that great kick ass relationship. But, like just like a football game, or a basketball player, you can only play up to the level that you're at, man. If you're a kindergarten, you're not going to play at, NFL. You just don't have the skills. The good news is the nervous system says, what's called neuroplastic. You can learn anything. You practice playing piano, you're going to learn piano. If you practice Spanish, you learn Spanish. You can learn. It does require commitment, it requires discipline to yourself. There's no freaking free trophy, man. You just don't show up on this planet and that you're a great linguist and you're a great lover and you're a great communicator. Sure, some people are more talented than others, but we all have flaws and mistakes. When you start being responsible for yourself, start taking on, what maybe I'm not a good listener. I'm gonna work on my skills of listening. Read books about it. I learned, how to learn all this stuff? YouTube. YouTube. I want to be a better listener. I want to be a better communicator. I mean, I wasn't, my parents were pretty good, but they weren't excellent. That doesn't mean they're bad people, but I can always be better. Who is the best communicator out there? Let me go find them. And there's different theories, and I don't go guru to one person. Like here's this guy's perspective, and here's this person's perspective, and here's this person's perspective. And then I listen and I start practicing it. You got to put it into action. And then you can expect to, guess what? Screw it up. It's like the first time you rode a bike, man. You don't freaking ride right away. Get over it. Practice. If you want to be the A game, you want to be in the NFL, you want to be the pro, you're going to have to put the practice in to become that player, to have that killer relationship. But I tell you what, if you put the work in, you'll have something that we all always wanted. A deep, connected, loving relationship, the one that you learn to create with your partner. And you learn how to relate to each other, talk to each other, listen to each other, and be with each other. Dr. Wood.